One of the most powerful ways to regain respect from your children is to establish clear boundaries and communicate them effectively. Many seniors face situations where their children take liberties, speaking disrespectfully, ignoring advice, or dismissing concerns, often because boundaries have either not been set or have been inconsistently enforced over the years. Without clearly defined limits, children may unconsciously continue behavior that undermines parental authority, thinking it is acceptable. Setting boundaries begins with identifying what behaviors are unacceptable and what values you want to uphold in your household or family interactions. This requires introspection. Think about which actions hurt you the most, which attitudes you cannot tolerate, and where your non-negotiables lie. For example, a senior might feel deeply disrespected when children raise their voice, interrupt, or dismiss family traditions. Once you recognize these triggers, you can create boundaries that are specific, realistic, and enforceable. Communication is equally critical. Expressing boundaries clearly means using calm, firm, and assertive language. Avoid guilt-tripping or passive-aggressive remarks, as these can backfire and reduce your credibility. Instead, speak from your own perspective. Use I statements, such as, "I feel hurt when my words are ignored," or, "I expect conversations to be polite and respectful." This approach helps children understand the emotional impact of their behavior without making them defensive. Consistency is key. Boundaries only work if they are consistently maintained. If a senior occasionally overlooks disrespectful behavior, children may perceive the boundary as negotiable. To reinforce your limits, calmly remind your children of the rules whenever they are crossed and apply consequences if needed. For example, stepping away from a heated conversation or ending a discussion when respect is absent sends a clear message that disrespectful behavior is unacceptable. It's also essential to balance firmness with empathy. Children may act disrespectfully due to stress, misunderstandings, or personal struggles. Acknowledging these factors while holding firm to your boundaries creates a respectful environment where your children feel heard but also understand that certain behaviors cannot be tolerated. Finally, remember that regaining respect is a gradual process. Boundaries may initially meet resistance or even provoke temporary conflict, but maintaining clarity, consistency, and calm communication will gradually shift family dynamics. Over time, children will learn that respecting these boundaries is not optional but a part of maintaining a healthy, loving relationship. By setting firm boundaries and communicating them clearly, seniors can reclaim authority, establish a sense of order, and create an environment where mutual respect becomes the foundation of family interactions. This approach not only restores respect but also strengthens the bond between parents and children in a positive, sustainable way. Regaining respect from your children is not only about setting rules or enforcing boundaries, it is equally about demonstrating respect through your own behavior. Children often mirror the attitudes and actions of their parents. If they see respect consistently modeled, they are far more likely to internalize it and reciprocate it in their interactions. For seniors, this principle is especially powerful because it reinforces authority naturally without resorting to anger, punishment, or confrontation. Modeling respect begins with self-awareness. Take note of how you communicate with your children and others. Do you speak calmly even when frustrated, or do you raise your voice and react impulsively? Do you listen actively, or do you interrupt and dismiss their opinions? Children observe these patterns closely. When they witness consistent calmness, patience, and consideration, they learn that respect is not just an expectation, it is a standard of behavior. This teaching through action often has a deeper impact than verbal instructions alone. Respect also involves acknowledging your children's feelings and perspectives, even when you disagree. Demonstrating empathy shows that you value their thoughts, which encourages them to respond in kind. For instance, if a child expresses frustration or disappointment, listen attentively without immediately correcting or criticizing. Respond with understanding. I see why you feel that way. Let's talk about it calmly. This approach models emotional intelligence and respectful problem solving, which your children are likely to emulate. Another crucial aspect of modeling respect is managing your own emotions. It is natural for seniors to feel hurt when disrespected, but reacting angrily or sarcastically can escalate tensions and reinforce negative patterns. Instead, practice patience, maintain composure, and address the situation assertively but politely. By controlling your reactions, you set a standard for civil interaction and teach your children that disagreements can be handled respectfully rather than with aggression. Consistency in your actions is essential. Sporadic displays of respect or moments of anger can confuse children and make it harder for them to understand expectations. The more consistently you demonstrate respectful behavior, through words, tone, body language, and actions, the more powerful the example becomes. Over time, this consistent modeling helps create a culture of mutual respect within the family, where children understand that respectful behavior is the norm rather than a negotiable option. Finally, leading by example includes showing respect to others outside the family. How you treat friends, neighbors, service workers, or even strangers communicates strong lessons to your children. If they see you valuing everyone regardless of status or situation, they internalize the idea that respect is universal and not conditional. By modeling respect through your own actions, seniors can influence their children's behavior in a profound and lasting way. This strategy not only encourages children to reciprocate respect but also strengthens family bonds, fosters effective communication, and creates an environment where mutual understanding and consideration become the foundation of daily interactions. In essence, demonstrating respect yourself is the most natural and powerful method to earn it in return.